welcome to our podcast on how to format your Word documents. This is a pretty important one because we'll be using Word a ton throughout the year, and so we wanted to make sure that you guys understood some of the things. So the first one, you can see that if you type your paper on a school computer, you can see how it's going to be formatted. Each paragraph is going to be single spaced, and there's going to be a large gap between paragraphs. And this isn't actually what we want. So the way to fix that, after you've typed it, is to highlight that whole thing. Go to the top where you see Format, then Paragraph, and then go over to Line Spacing so that it is double. And then this is key. Just to the left of that, you're going to see spacing before and after the paragraph, and you want to make sure both of those are set to 0. Hit OK. And then what you can see there is that the paragraphs are evenly double spaced and that there are no gaps after that. The next thing we'd want to look at is the works cited, and so that deserves its own page in your document. So if you click right before works cited, go to Insert, Break, and then Page Break, that will separate the works cited to its own sheet. And so I wouldn't recommend that you make it its own document, but just make it at the end of your other one. Then we need to do the spacing again on here. So highlight it all, go to Format Spacing, double spaced, make sure that there is 0 point before or after, and then we get a nicely double spaced document. You may have to go back and delete some of the extra returns that might have been placed in there, and so we do that. Notice that all of the texts are alphabetical by the first part of the entry. So then the last part we need to do is we need to add what's called that hanging indent. And so the way we want to do that is to highlight that whole block of text, go up to the ruler at the top, grab that bottom triangle, and if you hold it there long enough, it'll show you, hanging indent. Grab that bottom triangle and drag that in about 1 tab, and then the second lines of all entries will be indented. And that's a lot better than trying to tab. And so here you can see, just kind of reviewing that your works cited is evenly double spaced, no spaces before or after. And a reminder to go to the hanging indent at the top. You would click and then drag that in, and that allows those second lines to be indented. It's a lot easier than try to tab, which often messes up the whole thing. Then just the last way we're reviewing there is you can highlight the whole thing and then right click on your mouse, and you'll still get the chance to do the paragraph spacing. And again, that's double spaced, no spaces before or after, and then hit OK. And then from there you should be all set. Your paper will be nicely double spaced, no additional spaces between paragraphs, and that is exactly what MLA asks for. Nice job. Thanks a lot.